Okay.
Unity Broadcasting.
Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come for developments now we come to see you. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come for developments now we come to see you. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon. We are independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize, and inform Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey here so for talk, but wetin dey happen? Political discussion.
You for know about Salon politics.
Religious messages, entertainment self no go left bien.
We no go left nothing bien no. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we come to see you. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we come to see you. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon.
All right. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, Sierra Leoneans, wherever una day. Today na Sunday, the very first Sunday in October. We're now October 3rd, 2021. Well, today na a very special Sunday and a very special program where we get with the most gentleman when Mr. Robin Faley, as una dey see, is the A.P.C. Robin Faley. Is he a spoiler or a liberal inside the A.P.C? Today, Robin Faley, I get for talk about couple things we don't happen inside the A.P.C party and waiting at Ion general stance inside the A.P.C party. And not only that, Mr. Robin Faley go also rub mouth about the recent get together where A.P.C been get, where they go ratify the Constitution. When are some of the things then that way, then are the big alleged and they really fight for. We not get plenty time inside this show because Robin Faley is a very busy man. He just try for honor this invitation for making sure say in a statesman. But I also get with me Mr. Pearl Chroma when Unity Broadcasting and Big Alejo where go help follow Rob Mott inside this discussion where we get with Chief Robin Faley when at the A.P.C either a liberal or a spoiler. I want to continue for share this message to every group so that then go hear waiting they come out from Robin Faley, then go know waiting Robin Faley go say and waiting we self Unity Broadcasting the questions the way we get for AXA. I want to stay glued and stay tuned. When I can send a message to +346493650, we know get opportunity for call and talk because we only get at most 45 minutes with Mr. Robin Faley. So I want to use all the opportunity for long to ask on questions. Then where Robin Faley go able for answer because time not there for able for get any call. Once please, like I say, let we stay glued and would I know. Pausing, we no pausing, wanna come and listen waiting Robin Faley go say. So Pearl Chroma, before we invite Mr. Robin Faley, Miss Salon Fambudemina, Elizabeth Kefwe, Fabe, Neil Gembe, today we the host Mr. Robin Faley. Mr. Pearl Chroma, I want to make you introduce yourself to Salon Fambuden Wise with the wait for bring Mr. Faley inside the show. Pearl, unmute yourself, Pearl. Unmute yourself, please. Okay.
Thank you very much. This time we are speaking. This now our brother, Penkoloma, Adena, United States of America.
Right.
Honorable Robin Faley, welcome you to this broadcast today.
All right, so then Mr. Pearl Chroma, we just introduced himself. Salon family, I want to disregard the noise na the background of Mr. Faley because he just try for honor we invitation. Now a very busy man, but we go try as best as possible for more could stick to in time we igiwi. Mr. Robin Faley, welcome to Unity Broadcasting Online TV.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me. All and right. Pearl. Hi. Yeah. What time is it now? I think in morning time in the States. What time is it in the afternoon?
In the afternoon. The afternoon.
Okay. It's at night time in the UK right now. You know, but just like Elizabeth said, you know, at least I had to put all my busy schedules aside for make I honor this one. I think it's a pleasure. So if I'm with all the listen at the social media. You know, I tell now good evening and wherever on a day, whether good afternoon or good morning or good evening, I tell now all say good evening.
All right. Well, straight to the point, Mr. Robin Faley. We want to let you tell with Salon family a brief history about you, inclusive your political history, please.
Well, I think even the 5-year-old Pekin has really know the name Robin Faley, Honorable Robin Faley, former member of Parliament. You know, and son of two prominent teachers, late Mama Faley and Teacher Faley from the Kailan district, born, you know, from Pendebu Jegula, you know, Jalwam Chiefdom, and attended the Holy Ghost Secondary School. And then, you know, later, you know, I worked briefly at the Ministry of Health, and I also go to Jara University College, you know, and we are in a study agriculture. From there, I teach at the Methodist Girls, the Freetown Secondary School for girls for about 8 months. And I left the shores of Sierra Leone and came to the United Kingdom, where I go John Moores University, study there. From there, I work as a forensic mental health practitioner, you know, and from, you know, up to about 2001, where I work and then decide for going to, you know, business and open my own company. Myself, Navo Kaikai and a husband, we open our own company. We've been get one of the biggest recruitment agencies there. You know, they supply hospitals and things like that. You know, and from there, in 2006, 2007, I decided for going to politics. And I'm sorry for the background, the noise. As we say, I began for really just step out of my busy schedule. You know, so as I say, I went into politics in 2007, contested under the ticket of the Sierra Leone People's Party. I was very opportune and privileged. I mean, people didn't give me the opportunity there. Highly contested symbol, and I win them. And I also, and then where I contested in 2007, people supported me wholeheartedly. I scored 94% of the vote cast. You know, the second highest vote in the country for that, in that particular election, 2007 election. And I went to Parliament from 2007 to 2012. From 2008, you know, to 2012, I was crowned one of the best parliamentary debaters ever in that session. Myself, the like of Bernadette Lahai, Dr. Kamanda, late Musa Tambasam, you know, and all the other people, you know, Radioki and the likes. You know, so we were very instrumental in there. I was in opposition. And the Sierra Leone People's Party. And of course, you know, all will know the sort of advocacy where I do for my people, like Kailan district, particularly in Ashebwema, you know, in terms of education, in terms of the health sector, in terms of youth empowerment and things like that. You know, if you see schools there and now, we plan Sierra Leone bill. Nami brings Brown Sierra Leone kind of Ashebwema. Now, Jalwang, they be operating now all the chiefdoms, like, you know, 8 chiefdoms out of 14 chiefdoms, like Kailan district, you know, but then now they operate in Ashebwema. You know, Jalwang, I mean, advocate for my plan begin did it. And during that period, they said and built a lot of schools, you know, a lot of schools, villages, a lot of health centers, you know, and things like that. And also come to the Nixon Memorial Hospital. It was under my stewardship as an MP. I was in opposition, you know, SIPP and A.P.C. being in power, but because I was very instrumental in pushing the aspirations and vision, you know, and concerns of my people and their interests, I'll be able to advocate that. despite being in opposition, for make the government at that time, dish out over 1.8 billion to Kailan District Council for me rehabilitate Nixie. That's a legacy. So, and also personally, through my own, community-driven projects, I fence the town field there, not for myself, but I give them to the chiefdom people. I also make a lot of culverts there. I also, they do school feeding for 8 good years. I've been doing school feeding year in, year out for Beckett Picking Everybody Seats out of my own pocket. I not do them for anything because I believe in human capital development. So, in a nutshell, everybody know, so, but in 2012, there were issues that happened because of my, advocacy for democratic principles. At the end of the day, things happen. I fell out with a lot of some stakeholders and the SFPP, even when people that wanted to give me the symbol, but because some stakeholders and the party, if you say, have been condemned a lot of things, certain things, whatever they do, particularly like the 50 million, whatever they asked for, I'm a flag bearer and forgive. I said, no, this, now money on a defend, but at the end of the day, we suppose somebody popular. Suppose that Elizabeth popular. They don't go through the rank and file of the party, but they not get the money. When I go disenfranchise them, I say, this is not nice at all. I say, so let us allow the people then for vote for who they want, whether they get money or not. Somebody go get millions. But the people they don't want them. He go come and again the symbol, he or she becomes the flag bearer. Then the people then go turn them back. But the people then give the possible they want, that's alone the money. So whatever they can go then go buy the idea. But some people then don't be see blah blah blah, don't and say, oh, Robini become very radical and the party this and that. They say, Tete case come on, A.P.C back because I'm beginning a hard time. I was caught between two devils now. The A.P.C because they see I was very radical and pushing and championing issues for in opposition with the old and then throats for become accountable. Then if you say I'll be too difficult. They say try for give me case. They SFPP back again for defend me. The big one if you say hey, I'll be too over radical for I highlight within the people that want. So I was caught in the middle, A.P.C they try for knock me down, SFPP back again the hierarchy, they try for tell the lawyers them. So I went to court, the lawyers them wait for be represents me, then all they did, and then thing. So I said, what is happening? So myself consult my people, I said, well, if all them picking away they try for advocates, not to me hold their hand for care and go, and all no picking your hand for go to up now line, I only advocated and appeal to them for go register and exercise their franchise. If they picking and go to up now line, if you say then agent or reach there, they want to drive them at the line. But at the end of the day, if if when I feel say they don't go sign or somebody stakeholder go sign, and later when I find out see the agent or reach, that becomes an electoral offense. But standing in the line alone does not cause any become any electoral offense. But because this, I was torn between two devils there, then give me case. But we got say that person there, and a very truthful person, a decent person, the court exonerates me. So in going forward, I just give a background of who Robin Faley is. From that time, they myself decided for left the SFPP, and I joined the A.P.C. And since then, I've been in the A.P.C. So that's me.
Okay, I tell you plenty. Thank you, Mr. Faley, for that rundown and eloquent explanation. Brother Per, you get anything where you want to say quick before I take up the next question?
Thank you very much, Honorable. To me, understanding from the synopsis where you don't give me so far, and I'm sure you actually be joining the Sierra Leone People's Party based on the party in ideology and the policies. Because to me and you, we understanding party not belong to any individual. But because of the small fracas that happen, and you say you've been under the pressure, some amount of pressure from the A.P.C. So I will be correct for saying that A.P.C. if you're under duress, they pressure you for the court case to make you decide for joining the All People's Congress?
To be honest, in that case, we forgo even for 50 years. They're not before found me guilty. Because we don't get case, pal. Now witnesses them. And the Pekin where they are all the 12 Pekin all make them very clear, say, not to honorable before you with any bad certificate. We actually were just exuberant and we not say we age on read that make we go to up the line there. And you can't believe that even there were other people, where they go tell the Pekin and mama and say, if Robin, when I tell you, when I Pekin and say, so talk promotion and Robin get that thing, we go left them. The Pekin and say, no.
Excuse me, sir. If I can come in.
That might just go for one.
Excuse me, sir.
So we are not going to lie.
Excuse me, sir.
And at that time, exonerate me. So we were in court for 8 good months. Every week.
Faley.
Yeah.
Mr. Faley, Now you are coming from the Sierra Leone People's Party. So would have been a constant pressure on the people that the community people for me to go give evidence against you? Because I'm sure if we're on the
between the two political parties there. Because one, you get me, there were big people that will be refusing Robin is a thorn in our flesh. And also A.P.C back we say, hey, this man they always in attack me in a parliament, he become a boner with truth. We said go hammer. So that was it. I was torn in between. But when God don't say I was clean, the beginner say no. We were caught. I spent over 30 million of my own money. At the end of the day, the lawyers them, the first time I appear in court, the lawyers they all from SAP and go. But when we don't appear 1 time, 2 time, and that thing they coincide now, I was on bail. I didn't should my way and as by Kuma go open the Mox way over 37 years, the people they not able to done up. Then big and as by Kuma say man finish up. And the people them I was the MP. They talk to me and I say, hey, I wish I get money. I said if I been get money for someone I not ask them. I said because this is about politics. I say if you don't phone I know say tomorrow you must get political capital, I must pinch for some of the votes now. I said, but me not going to stop una. I said, because whether I tell una, I don't tell una that una see go meet up. So una meet up because he's president of the great nation. Where the man don't build the thing, I was now on bail, where the man go open the thing. And the people that ask me say, I forgive vote of thanks. And when I give the vote of thanks, I ask the people and say, what's up for tell this man? They say, tell and thank you for the mocks we don't build. Tell and thank you for the Nixon Memorial where they don't rehabilitate under his stewardship. Tell and thank you for the road where they don't begin me from Kenema to Shebema, where they don't do them. That thanking I do. Some stakeholders now the party begin say, hey, Robin Trade will be criticize A.P.C and as by Kuma. Now I don't begin to praise them more. I say, no. There's a difference between praising somebody and appreciating somebody. I say, well, I appreciate them based on the mandate who many people then give me. When I not see what then clap. I say, if I not be for do that one day and talk with the people that be want, if I be say something different for the first time, they go hard up at me in a public. I say, but when I talk with the ones, when I not see what then clap. I say, so all that thing that they put in the basket, they make some people and they tell the lawyer and say, man, they're not going to the court again for me. I'm going to court now, it's not the dock. I don't see no lawyer. Nobody, no lawyer, they know they will get the ethical capacity or your authenticity for telling me, say, hey, no, we support you, we represent you, so they will not go there again. I was caught in the middle and they talk nobody. But God say me now, blessed person. Liga being away, lawyer Bangura now when a PPLC chairman was there as a private lawyer. So I went here to him and I make thumbs up. I said, take the case. Now I take the case. Now me and Fed that case, they now take we finish the case. Okay, so in going forward, man. At the end of the day, it was a very terrible time for me. But when God knows I was clean, at the end of the day, the lawyer, the magistrate, when I like Momoja Stephen now, when I the judge, when I be magistrate at the time, he write the case, the report to DPP say, this man will not find any case, but although a political case.
Okay.
At the end of the day, now the government talk say, well, if we're not getting that against the man, and then no witnesses, they want to throw the case out of court. So they even threw they threw that case out of court before even I left SAP.
Okay.
So to me, I'm blessed. And nobody will go to this person in a leader, go pull them. And that's how I was exonerated and they only prosecute the case and myself say, well, this, if them PK before register to what are they vote for? Now SAP. So if SAP now the bigger lady, they don't talk to the lawyer, they see me, they come and don't go there. Myself, I left this party. That's how I left the party.
Okay. You left the party out of annoyance, like you say, because
because they were ungrateful.
Okay.
At that particular time,
Hold on. We are
not
making
the grassroots people, but the leadership at that particular time. We are ungrateful.
We are building your case. Hold it. Yeah. You left the party because you were angry. You left the party.
Very, very angry and very disappointed.
Okay, that's fine. You were disappointed according to your statement right here.
Yeah.
But now, so you got exonerated and then you decide for join the A.P.C party, right? And you now be a member of parliament, also now the same constituency now the A.P.C party. Now here you go. We see say you again.
I mean, I'm a member of parliament under the SOPP ticket.
Yes.
And at the tail end, where the parliament be done close, now I resign. Come on, I don't come on. I don't left SOPP before me time. Don't know. I wait first after the 25th of November or November October 2012. Now I resign. No, 2011. Yeah, 2011 going to 12. Now I resign. No, 2012. Yes, before the election. Now I resign. Okay. Now I resign from the party after my session.
So since your resignation, you be done there now at the A.P.C party, right?
Absolutely. Up to now, that.
Okay, you're a strong member of the A.P.C party, according to...
Very strong member.
Perfect. But now, we also see, say, you, Mr. Robin Faley, you don't vouch, say, you they take the A.P.C back to court because We've been seeing them do some ratification to the constitution. What do you make out of that?
Well, that's a bit angry because in terms of reformation, myself and a whole lot of young and dynamic people at the party, we decided to say, well, we need to look at the constitution of the All People's Congress Party. The 1995 constitution, we feel say not user friendly, we feel say not democratic again, we feel say not inclusive, and we feel say not liberal enough. That in meeting present day democracy, we for change certain clauses inside it, and that is how the national reformation movement came about. And to me, I was a senior member of the national executive of the party. Me, I be deputy national publicity secretary, one of the party. And to me, because we don't talk about this reformation at the party, the big one and they make us slow, that means that out of consistency, I say, I know they part of this team, they criticize from within, they don't agree, they are still they I want to criticize from outside. So the best thing I could do is to resign in terms of, or respectfully and resign my position as a national officer and join the clarion call for reformation. And that is what I did, and which I have no regrets for. And at the end of the day, we decided for push that one day, we'll push that one day. And they then decide they will sign a memorandum of understanding with the national reformation movement. The party signed the memorandum of understanding, but what they needed to do, they were not ready to do that. And so with people then decide for case go court. You had the NRM, groups them, it's like is Sheridan and others, they take the case go court. From there, after Peter Conte decides, say, if they're not agree for the radical reforms, if they're not agree open the party to democratic principles, if they're not agree open the party to transparency, I'm going to take this case go court again. So he take the case go court against the party, and against Anespa Kuma, against also, Yansane them, they take the case go court. From there, the judge decides, say, yes, what will happen now is we give this opportunity for go hold a delegates conference. The delegates conference wanna go hold now on two major tickets now. Go and look into our constitution and get the delegates conference for ratify and endorse that constitution, and look into the outstanding membership issues. Those were the two key issues we call that convention. But going to that again, we see the court talk. At least they set up a committee for make sure say they look into the and take the party, go to the convention. But even that again, we see Payansanade and breach a lot of other things because some of the categories that they be saved there for do in terms of election them, then go blue to Boku of them particularly when it comes to eligibility of membership of the affiliate groups them. And also, other constituencies out of 132, only 125 then get their own names and go. The other 7, they say, there are issues there. We say, okay, there are issues, then go and do a rerun. Because if you look at, what's happened now, God reached today, the by-election, they with Alara, they go do a rerun. Why now the party? When I feel say there were issues there, why can't you do a rerun? Are you going to disenfranchise the other 7 constituencies? Those were the issues where people like myself and Alfred Peter Conte, but at the end of the day, we all know, Alfred take the bull by the horn, he take the case go court, so some of us supported him openly, and at the end of the day, up to now, we feel say that particular delegates conference was not well seated because the thing that the court be saying and do, they not agree to them in terms of the who are eligible for go there. Also then disenfranchised 7 constituencies them were not correct. And above all, when they're going to the hall back again, what thing they're supposed to do, they're not able to do. So now that makes some of us not go. I be supposed to fly for go there, even some of the delegates that be say, and they're not for go. Now when people then beg me, they say, okay, man, I go. I say, well, me not go. But when they go listen, and when they go, this is the worst conference ever because people they accommodate beaucoup ambiguity than they did. People they know if beaucoup people they don't even understand what happen. That is bad. That is sad under the leadership of others. As we say, it was a very big slap on them.
It was a big slap on the face of the A.P.C. But now we see where the chairman for life and leader for life of the A.P.C. say your party, where you represent right now, Robin Faley. He say all A.P.C, most of them are Munku politicians then. You consider yourself for be part of that Munku politician, that is one.
I'm coming out to Munku Narami Karogori. I'm not a certified Munku because Narami Karogori. So, say, we don't always call someone and other people that we go line up you see me there? No.
I want to give you 2 in 1 question that you can able answer and why Pearl they ready for the next question. And as Kroma say, APC party na Munku party. That is one. Then number two, do you consider the APC party to be a democratic party, or then they work towards democracy? I want to answer that two questions in one. Then Pearl go get.
As it stands now, our party is not democratic at the moment. Now that make we fight for a radical reformation take place at the party, for make it more inclusive, for make it more open, for make it more transparent, for make it more accountable, and for make it user friendly. In the sense that so that at least the power will be taken back to the people. Now that make we say the issue of selection again will be thrown out of the constitution. Now that make we say may election come. Well, now make we say bye-bye to selection and welcome democratic principles when an election. Because if you look at present-day democracy, it's about, from Nixon in time. At the end of the day, democracy is about government with the people, for the people. So that the people who they want to represent, then the views and the aspirations and the voices for be heard. That is what we are saying. Not go tell like because of the value local at the A.P.C. just for 8 years, and then with the weight we don't add, who's that A.P.C. nobody gets put like up to 5%. I don't begin to get over 35%. District the way they don't be get like Island where they don't get 14%. We don't make not to me one, but me and my brothers and other people, we don't make they get over 26%. At the end of the day, you see at the overlap, go Kelema, they go overlap, at the north and Buloko, the value where they add at the A.P.C. So therefore, open up the party. Whether in a Mendema, in a Lokoma, or not today you come or yesterday you come at the party, we now open the box. If na woman win, if na man win, if na win.
Mr. Faley, we get limited time here, and at the same time we get for work within your schedule. But give me some time so the people of Sierra Leone go really understand the questions the way we they ask, so you self go in-depthly able for answer them correctly. Now you don't say the APC they're not democratic at all in one word.
As it stands at now.
A yes or a no? They are not democratic, or they are.
As it stands at now, we are not democratic. Now that makes me say, let us get a proper democratic constitution.
If you are saying that you gave them 30%, 40%, this was because of the love of the party where you come out, when they know say you been represent well. And then say you don't resign from this party and people then love you, just like he gave an example. If people love me, Elizabeth, in as much as Usa Ade, if I decide for go any side, then go follow me. You know, feel saying that the love of the SLPP where they may show you make the people then really toe you line as to voting that percentage where you they claim.
For the APC?
Yes.
Percentages agree. Agree why then at the APC, SLPP again 94%. Because traditionally, my home is a very strong area for the SLPP. And because my people that elect me, I carry the SLPP symbol, I score 94. But when I come on SLPP, I come APC.
You not believe say, is it just because of you love make the APC being gets that percentage where you claim?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Okay, Brother Perry, yes. You get anything where you want for bring up?
Yeah, thank you very much. Honorable, I just want to give you a short one, then I will, the subsequent question will come. You are a liberal Democrat or a spoiler?
No. I'm a liberal Democrat in the sense that I stand for what is right and what is just. I'm not a spoiler. I just stand for what is good and what is just for the people.
Thank you, sir. Then let me come. Let me come. Please, let me come. Then, honorable, me and you, we don't know Sierra Leone. We know the history of these two political parties. As it is now, I know you for being a liberal Democrat. Now, it is clear in our history that A.P.C. is known for violence. It is clear in our history that A.P.C. is known for tribalism. It is clear in our history that Sierra Leone generally, because I will not say as A.P.C. alone, people of Sierra Leone are very corrupt, especially people in governance. Then in governance in Sierra Leone, A.P.C. don't spend about 30-something years in governance. Yeah. What did I respond to all the kind of accusations then?
The two political parties really for change the narratives. Both the SLPP and the All People's Congress Party. Why I say so? The time when we grow up, we in the schools, one party still been there under Pashaki. Whether Eleka or not, all man APC been there. Then the constitution come, then change the constitution, then we come with multi-party democracy. We are in say now the parties that all belong begin to resurrect again. But if you're looking at the history, even where Pashekir and time in there and EDC, we are in where people they go contest for A.P.C business like Island District. You see how they attack them. You come over, you go to the north, you see. So the violence have always been part of the menu of them of politics in that country there. But even where we come again in 2007, you see the violence we've been there. We've been there. But if you don't begin to calm down a little bit, But to me, that two political parties, they're all look at what's happening in the SFP back. You go Kerema. Not today there be chooks of people there recently because of basic lower level elections them. So both the two political parties them, we for really change the narratives them. And not me say Bell because you're popular, you think for something, I for go kill you. And not me say because you then a SFP, I for kill you. Or because we follow the A.P.C, I for kill you. Now that makes some of us me politics very clean. Even when I join the A.P.C.
No.
Now me make delegate there. No first nothing and should be my game. The last election that between independent and SFP. So coming to the issue of violence, yes, then two political parties they still get traces of violence before change that one. Come to corruption again, but both parties them all get records of people that we don't involve in corruption. So to me, going forward, a lot needs to be changed.
Allow me come. By 2018 elections, I can still recollect or reflect one of his statements then. You may nearly one for accuse A.P.C of tribalism. What do you think about that? Until this moment.
I mean, can they say all the first year they felt bell. I'm glad the way when I like you when I be on the really watch and how consistent and they with my statements. I mean, since I even joined the SFP up to now, I didn't at the A.P.C. I always stand for three things. My principles have always been guided by four major pillars. One, necessity, reasonability, proportionality, and justification. As long as it's good for the people, it's good for me, for God and country. To me, Sierra Leone, I don't want to know which tribe person there. I don't want to know which party you there. I don't want to know which color. What's important to me is, are you right for the people of this country? Now that's me I care about. So to me, where I can inside the A.P.C, they see the way some of us bring up. Who said they not be get votes, they don't begin the camp. So you don't mean say whether be a Mendeman or local man, or whether be Papa be A.P.C or not, but me na A.P.C now. So now that could try for tell them say, una open the democratic space. Una put the box so that win the win. And honestly, I'm missing a Pasheki or Esa Kuma or Sia Kamatero and Pikin no more, or an Esma Kuma or Yansana and Pikin no more for get position. We not to go do the dirty work now, the way you come for position now and give una Pikin, una push box.
Nah, you don't
okay, no, Elizabeth, please, let me just bring this last one.
Go ahead.
So Honorable, would that not a problem now the All People's Congress?
The problem is to me now the old guards them. The old guards they're old, they're pioneers and anyone and they don't want to open the space. They don't want to open the space for democratic principles at the party. They feel say no one at that first time way when you walk, they go give power to the bobo them. No, it's not correct.
Okay,
you say politics are like a football.
What you could tell me about your chairman and leader for life?
No, chairman will not ever make him for life. No, and Kuma was never endorsed as chairman for life. No. Now political games that people can keep play. And Kuma was never. We went to that constitution, into that convention in McKinney. He was just crowned, endorsed as chairman for the party until we crossed the election. And after that, we go to convention. He was never crowned. He's the same way you ask him because he's not going to tell you that.
Mr. Robin Faley, he's still considered the chairman and leader for life because according to what you say, you guys just endorse him. If you don't endorse somebody, as long as you don't endorse an endorsement is endorsement. But let me come to my question now.
No, Elizabeth, you can endorse based on the mandate we don't get.
So do you
just at the end of the day, just like how you gave for the national officers, including all of us, now a 3-year mandate they begin with.
Now, do you consider an Eskroma to be the problem of the party because you just bring Yasane as you single-handed Yasane? Do you consider him?
And it's also part of it's part of the problem because in leadership, if you let something they go bad, you're not able to solve, and then you are part of the problem.
Okay,
if you come on, you go by international duties. Now Kenya and inside and they, for go resolve their issues. Then you host not solve. Then you are and you are leader of that party and leader of that household. Then you still get a problem. So it's part of the problem.
In one sentence, Mr. Alonfambo, and they listen to you now. I want to be very quiet. Pearl is going to be quiet. Give the Salon people then the reason why you consider Anes to be the problem of the A.P.C. In one sentence.
No, it's not the only problem, but it's part of the problem. One, because he's the leader. As a leader, you for show leadership. As a leader, you for be open and you for be able to be a good communicator to the people. As a leader, you for show leadership in terms of transparency, in terms of openness, in terms of integrity and everything. But going forward, he has done exceptionally well when he was for 11 years as president. I don't say it was perfect, but he did a lot of good ways. Some of us will say he able to transform a lot of socio-economic issues of the country. But in going down in popularity below the good honor, that makes some of us below the top say, you're a big man now. Where dance done sweet, now you for gonna host. You don't be chairman for this A.P.C for nearly 20 years. You don't be president of that country for 10 11 years. You don't go rest now. Take a back seat now for mainstream party politics and be concentrating on international duties. The guy they go now, then Zambia, then Kenya, then for do elections monitoring. Now you popularity, you integrity will begin come up again because of some of them good things you don't do. But if you left it up, you own small party with an A.P.C, you're not able for clean up. How you want people then respect you at the end of the day? Now that make other people here they beat you now. Wake up, big man, if you did before Google dance, she said go meet you. Where we go borrow the globe, go die up my law. So now that make could say make it sit down on a big man. Now like we don't sit down, make it allow we play this ball. Make we play this ball, make it make sure say democratic principles and prevent at the party. We get a proper constitution. We make sure say, we go, we ratify them properly, then gazette them, then go do lower elections. Then after that, we delegate them. Then we go elect the national officers and the flag bearer. We have the win.
Okay,
Then that's ending now. You relax. Then you legacies the number 4. But if you continue, so the respect will go. It will go.
12 more minutes according to respecting your time, Mr. Faley.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask a question before me brother Pel go come inside. You come from the SAPP party, right?
Yeah.
You win a 90% or more.
94%, second highest.
That's what I not just want for be exact, but you win 90% and above the elections.
Correct.
na Kailan district.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the SAPP 9 day na power. Waiting at you impression about them.
Well, it's a mixed bag in the sense that to me, I give them credit for the fight against corruption. Because for fight corruption, a big challenge that one day. Because corruption can fight back. To me, yes, I let Pussy Matter do for fight corruption. I tell them thank you for him, and I want to make it, if you play politics with them at all, would that the law bet make it best? Would that eat money we're not supposed for it? Make it pull up. Because you government money, because corruption, I don't make health sector, they go behind. Corruption, I don't make education, they go behind. Now I make better what another day, all that thing they. You one green, who don't go be 5, 6, 5, 6, 7 hosts. You one green. Where you be brother than they know they eat. You don't go find out today, man, they find out inside your money. If there's a disparity between your income and your asset, then you get for prover. If you not go prove them, then the law will bet you. And like that. The other one is, you get me, now the issues about, education. Education, you don't go be in that country for too long. The human computer development is very, very important. Well, now, what's on my concern was, I say, when they say, because we'll be free right across, do we have the money? Even at the England over there and the other countries, them, you get money for do that one day. Because if you put everything on education, the other sectors, then they could be deprived. That was my own concern. At the end of the day, get me. And 2, go make free education with the teachers and conditions of service, they correct. Because corruption go in at the classroom, now that make teachers them all this malpractice go up because they are not satisfied. We come out there, I tell them thank you for that, but there are a lot of challenges that they need to do. The road also where I go tell them thank you back again, now the energy sector, because if you say, can't just say to me, now one of the best ministers to me, because the top Boku, he's focused, and some of the projects the way A.P.C have been put in the pipe, instead don't come, they take them. Like for example, the district headquarters town electrification projects. If God make them do that one day, so that nice go dey Kailao, it go dey Puya, it go dey Moyamba, it go dey Kambia, it go dey Kabala, and it go good for development because energy now one of the backbone of socio-economic development. Tourism. I say thank you to the lady where they they do very well. And they try for bring it's a challenging thing for make the rebrand the touristic industry in the country. I tell them thank you. And there are other quite few areas then, but all me they try for say is all them see how they do the economy. We really need to make sure say the economy pick up because the economy is a terrible thing right now. It's in shambles. At the end of the day, people them the cost of living is very, very high. You go now, the bag of rice don't go nearly 400,000. How will people then go survive? the rest cup of rice don't go nearly 3,000 for the cup of rice. How will people then go survive?
Well,
It's not easy for
looking at-
everybody. The women, the malnutrition, malnourishment is terrible. You come on, you go to the health sector. Hospitals they not they get the medicine. Hospitals they not get the diagnostic kits they what they forget. That make the infant mortality rate say not begin count up too much more. That make you look at the life expectancy in Australia, the level only count up to less than 42 now. So it's very, very challenging. And above all, make it try for bring the country. The country look tense more. It look toxic. Make it try for make sure say, at least whether person there is SPP or A.P.C, we are all out of many, we are one. Make it try for unify the country a little bit. I'm concerned about the way the division they go.
All
So
right.
those are the issues.
Brother
He has
Pierre.
got some process, but he has a lot of other challenges that he needs to really put up under control.
Okay.
And the final one is for me to make sure the politics not in the institutions where in the government, like the NEC, the military, the police, and anything, and the politics not for that day. Because now, so after 11 years of what's one of the causes of the 11 years of brutal civil war, now interferences, in making sure that they weaken the institutions there. And once the institutions they wait for make them bring democracy come, they are being weakened. It bring the lot of this disgruntlement, and it will bring chaos. Those are my issues, So to me, men and try and food insecurity. It leads to a lot of insecurity issues, the rest price, men and try for encourage them to
No,
for make it kind of.
Thank you very much, Honorable.
When you come across an orator, he keeps going
let me come.
on and on. Salon Fambo de Funa just say, listen, we get Robin Faley, whether the topic where we they discuss is Robin Faley a liberal or a spoiler now the democratic sector na Salon. So that's not the question today where we they put on.
He's just a liberal Democrat.
So, but Robin Faley don't answer say in a liberal and una where they listen or una where start for
listening. Because some people then why they say so.
Yes.
Everywhere they talk some certain good things about SPP. Some people say this or say one go back.
That's
No,
what I'm saying. That shows your
that's it.
liberality.
I don't need for. I don't need a job. No matter. Matter be your hand. I don't need money in my hand. What's the eat? I get to say I die. I have a profession that is giving me money. But what's I want to make salon before? Salon first.
Okay, fine.
Brother
So,
Pierre, let's go to you. What do you have to say?
Honorable, I appreciate you so much, and I truly believe Liberal Democrats, you belong to Sierra Leone, you love Sierra Leone, it will take you, a lot for making you decide for go back to Freetown for participate in the political transformation of the country. And to be very honest with you, before President Nkrumah left in 2018, President Nkrumah left the economy in austerity, and I know you're an intellectual. You clearly understand what it means for make economy there in austerity. I'm compounded by the COVID. So that's the reason you were able to put that two together and able to educate people them why make the economy really too tough for we. Then if we're talking about food security, you mentioned earlier that some of the politicians are getting 5 posts for themselves. They will ever get into agriculture, like how we see President Bio. They got big farm today for insect. The Chief Minister, David Francis, he got big farm for insect. Former Chief Minister, the current Chief Minister, James Safa, he got big farm for insect. Napoleon Koroma, he got big farm for insect. If we all belong get involved into the especially the outgoing politicians, they all be get into agriculture. By then time now, we say for get food for we sell for eat, because the government said they spend over $200 million for get food for buy rights for we. When me and say we get arable land for plants. From Freetown to your village to Kailam, now empty land, where they? So now the government you need for blame or some of us for getting to the private sector so that we are able to get food for we. Because when you're in England, the guy in the UK, so not a government get food. Not a government get supermarkets. Not a government provide food. Now the private sector, now they do that. As Sierra interested in this, former politicians, they got 5, 10 houses. They be getting to agriculture, and the only means one day we're going to make you get food. As a Liberal Democrat, you are our brother. Let me dissect and tell people that understand, sir. Back to you, Honorable.
Go further.
Thank you very much.
Hold on.
For facts.
Mr. Faley, before you answer that question, let's just bring you back. You did England. 2-3 days ago, we see where people then turn up in a line for petrol, where we can call gas now the overseas world. So added to that, and looking at the economy where they talk about, put all these synopsis together and answer that question. Why is with Salon Farm then they listen and would they try for round up taking your time into respect?
Or address food insecurity in that country, that Oman business. Why I say involve the public sector and the private sector and every individual. As I talk so today, I get one of the biggest farms for cassava inside Kailaun district. If I'm with them, this whole rain season and also for say, because to begin tell them say not to rest no more they eat. We as leaders for lead by example. Just like I say, JJ Safarenge farm, this was his farm, and it's my Guma said he get cashew nut farm and anything and there. Farming it for be a business. Farming if we everybody for be involved into it. Whether you're not chief or if you're not this, you're not that. That's one thing. We all for collectively put we hand there. Second one is the Ministry of Agriculture. Millions of dollars of money from past government to this government at the end of it, from Pakaba in time to Anesbalkuma in time to this and Marabi in time. But money don't come into agriculture. But what's in the happen? Now office-based agriculture will be practice. Then get the tractors, they sit down, we say they forgo, they not go, they go sit down now, they take out, they use up all that thing until they destroy them. In no way we provide the productivity we want. Now talk about who we know they go down to the people. Millions of whether they put, if they really they empower the agricultural small groups and make sure they give them without any politics at all, it could go down well. But when they give the resources to the people the wrong time and to the wrong places, they give seed rice to people, the time with season time don't down, they go don't eat time for do other things there. So I think let we take them as a big issue. Let we make sure say we put attention there, let pull politics panel and then do them not for just for promotion and stuff, for political gains, but let do them for make sure say it happen. So that's alone, so by it. We don't really take them seriously. It's as a government system, not to honest, not to use government no more, not to honest from Pasheki in time to pass Kaba in time to honest in time to we don't really fail. Because we not take them seriously, it's because it's more being political, and also back again in terms of the cost of rice for the importation. We don't let the Libanese their hand. Now the Libanese they fall in and the Indian they make the money. Why government not go take that initiative? Say yes, if they give we loan like from China, whilst we are waiting for Median to map on business, they kick off now. But as a temporary stuff for the next 1-2 years, if they give we loan. Why would I not go give me like a rest? People bring a government will take a put on a store, then begin the care gonna bring where houses are upright and sell them at a cost recovery price, get that money and put some pan at the end of the day, put some pan the development projects, and that's alone it cushion the burden for now. But for now, assistance on a CTC, the Libanese and the Regata, you go back again to tax construction office na Kenema. Now Libanese then get them. The money as they get them, all the profits they get in dollars, they send on Lebanon. Why is our country is left poor? Why government don't go take over them as a temporary thing and make sure say they get them and they give other indigenous people and they sell as a cost recovery for put into government.
Okay.
So to me, so to fight this problem, insecurity, rising insecurity, we have to be sincere. We have to be serious as individuals, as a government, and as a people. But to me, for now, the agricultural industry ministry, they don't fail. To me, they're right off for now because they don't even do what they're supposed to do. Not to this government no more, but even an government will fail for them, for the rice productivity, but Kaba fail. Mara Biose said, 3 years ago, I not see no head in 3 years. It's a serious thing because food insecurity is a complete insecurity in all the other sectors the way they did that. So to me, the health is wealth, but if you not get good food, you're not going to live, you resist as the law. I'm a health practitioner. The woman that said not going to go into labor if they're not they eat well. If you kids are not going to learn better book if their brain not they function because they're not they eat well. So food, like serious issue. And Manabia, they said, what's happen so now is by election say what happen. Most of one of the things the A.P.C will take campaign now food insecurity, and all that thing in there. So they need for take up seriously. I mean, to me, I just want to salon be peaceful because they take, how much they send to people every day. It's not easy. And above all, I'm a mother, make my mother bring the party them together. Make it lead. Make Alala not come on at that country. Okay. Make it bring people and come together.
Now President Bio, President Bio responsible for that.
Make sure they put
but we always Sierra Leone. Since we do elections in 2018, A.P.C genuinely accepts defeat.
No. I mean, in the sense, will not be accepted defeat.
As a Liberal Democrat.
The way, I come. A.P.C not be accept the defeat. because of the way the thing happened. But to me feel say A.P.C be underperform because one, the way we give symbol, two, the way we do the diaspora issues them, where be managed well with by lawyers them, it disenfranchise a lot of people then at the diaspora that make also we give, and also we'll go to the convention, they will give Samora. It make the other 19 people that all take it easy. The Bokuno Able campaign, and also the Santumana, the drive Santumana, it also hits we heavy in a corner, so we put in a basket. Even though we feel say SFPP don't win the election, but at the end of the day, now because the market is not big, it been small. Now that makes international community come. Because the market be big, then they see the crowd and they afraid of. So to me, just A.P.C be underperform because at the end of the day, the symbol allocations were poor. We give the wrong people that way not to be the popular choice of the people. We failed in Kwendu. We failed in Godrich. We failed in Grassfield. We failed for win again Aberdeen. And quite a lot of other areas. Then Samsumana. Oh, driver, it was stage managed by sister and your brother then Akono then line up on the man. But some of us are able to talk. I remember where Akono radio and television. Where then we don't go past the verdicts now into money for say yes, endorse Samsumana for be expelled. I don't go to come on television. The first call where I get now be private call. Now before I take my say hello. Now the person say, "But Robina una all." I say now I say na Sam. I felt bad because what I had no control, but I knew we did the wrong thing. But I had no control because we had to go and inform the people about it. But me no say that thing before history. And look what happened at Kono. It's like 3 months with the man open party. If we know all the seats, now one way seat left na A.P.C. and that should say the man, the people them fall around. And I'm to me, Samsumana, Samura Kamara, they don't be Sabia, politics.
Honorable,
They will come make a flag bearer, they will come make a cherry cocoa, me party, now Western area, they Sabia, they're not. So I'm there, then two people and then I should go, people and say, not Sabia people. If you one running, may self you for come if you are Robin, one pound, I said. So put all the Northwestern area. That's how A.P.C take for B3 bad one. The worst result we ever get at the end of the day. So if we for all this time, I make to say, man, I put box. If some man at Sinap, I mean, they support. If you win, you win.
Honorable, let me come, please. One last one. Right. So because of that defeat, that is why A.P.C not ever accept the defeat. That kind of way they were made and continue for create tension in the country.
I've been shocked.
Win. President Bion
I've been shocked. 30 days people will not come to town. You know where somebody died?
Okay. So the
30 days someone is shocked.
He answered, Brother Pearl. He said it was a shock. Now be a big shock.
30 days some people that they in denial.
No.
Let us regroup again.
No, let me come.
Let us clean the party. A.P.C gets small bolom. Okay now.
Let me come. As a democratic country, we expect the A.P.C for be democratic and understand say they don't fail, they're not able for win elections. So now I go justify why make and call them Muku politicians. Because we don't win elections. No, let me come, please.
Now God make me not be this because before I not say nonsense and because pandemic me not go. But the one that always line up from Zamora to this, they always line up so it's not being video them. He say see them always snap. He said, and then are the Muku politician. He said, what you do? He said, them they see the wrong thing, so before they can talk to me, they go and begin to kungusa. But them one day, unless he will bomb me, because what you do, he knows me no the kungusa, me no the rebel pussy. I know they go but leave, wait, correct. If you do well, I tell you. If you fail, I don't fail. If I tell you inside house, you not believe in me, bra. Now Twitter go tell you say, not to me a really again. Me no go dey behind that kind of thing. So wait, tell them say I'm Munku politicians because who side division and the electorate is not go Kenya. So if you don't and change that style, that politics of Kungusa, libeleb, and talk about.
So is there any hope for A.P.C in the 2023 elections?
Okay, Brother Pen, let's take two questions.
No, let's just go through them.
When I take her one by one.
Okay.
Is there any hope for the A.P.C in the 2023 elections with this kind of setup?
Ura?
I said A.P.C gets any hope for the 2023 elections because now the chairman and leader don't refer to them all. The top aspirants as Muku politicians. And he says, I don't attest and say that they're responsible for the crisis where they're not the party. So it means
because they call themselves the big six and everything, because if they tell and face to face, the council will tell them face to face, say this is not correct. If that time they can't put a contest, they do they go they tell them face to face. The game for them, the party for them simmer down and unity for them there. But if we are divided, we're not going to win election. But if we are together, you could see if we are together and united in Kailau, Nakenema, Nakono, and all over the country, then we go see the weight. You know, see whether united, whether they were all united at Kwenadu, we not see the result will come up. You know, so to me, even when they are in opposition, now for men they come together, there are a lot of challenges inside the country where they're going to capitalize on. But in democracy, when you're in opposition, that's why you have to be united, because you can forget an agenda we're going to market to the people. But as long as we not get policy agendas, you are divided, the people are not going to cap. But to me, a lot is going on with now a challenge for the SFPP in terms of the economy, in terms of the poverty, in terms of audience here, you know. But A.P.C. we will capitalize on, but on one ticket. If we are together. If we are not together, then a nonsense. So we're not going to be election. But if we come together inside 2 hours, we're not going to see something, because A.P.C. get wet, A.P.C. get crowd, A.P.C. get the numbers, A.P.C. get the resources. Because I mean, I said I want to have a plan and see what. Also, unless no more for put money. Let us put money where our mouths. If over 3,000 of us they put 1 million in mouth, we will raise up to 3 billion. You know, we will run the party. Don't not sell the party to an
from we listeners. Let's take 2 questions from we listeners. The first question come on from Ibrahim. Ibrahim say, "Thank you very much, Mr. Faley, for a job well done. Now we know you are a liberal. You are never a spoiler. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But let me ask you a question. Do you consider yourself returning back to the SLPP now that the A.P.C is a Munku party?" That's now one from Ibrahim.
That's the one question,
then,
right?
Yes. Then number 2, let me put 2 together and then you answer all 2 together. Mr. Faley, you are not A.P.C for real. I know the answer. I know they read that particular one because me know they read course na this platform here. But let's just jump on. You are not A.P.C for real, Mr. Robin Faley. If you can sit in a panel and push out, like you said, Sam Sumana, then now I know you are a hypocrite. Hypocrites to the core. Do not sit there and be lying to the Unity broadcasters. Anyway, Munku na Munku, but we not to Munku. Now you na Munku number 1. So answer them 2 questions, then there we go. Try for round up now, sir.
First one, you say, Olivia. The first question again?
The first question they tell we say, well, I just give you a roundup. The person they ask say, if you consider yourself for come back na the SLPP party, now that's consider that na one. Then the second one, the person they talk say, you not a liberal for sure. So if you consider yourself, the second one, the person talk say, you una sit down per case according to yourself, where you say Sam Sumana call you for law una push her out of the party. Now you they talk say the party na Munku, you not a real A.P.C. It looks like you were a spy.
Oh, okay. The first one is whether they go back at the SLPP. You know, to me, everybody knows say we say me come on, na Shigwema, na SLPP ground. A very strong ground. But if you go there today, if you put box today, SLPP go struggle for win this. They go win narrowly because they go see, you know, but it go there around 50-51%. They go win very narrowly as it stands now. From 94% to that, they go win because they see, I mean, the John Benjamin issues is there, they are divided on that. You know, I mean, of course, the constituency is divided even within the SLPP, and of course, the other people that they is going to where they marginalize, where they deal with me at the A.P.C. You know, so to me, as it stands up now, A.P.C. they over around, I mean, 30-35%. If they support the heavy one, really will knock over them 45%. The easy one. You know, you have the John Benjamin factor. So to me, I said it also my people. I mean, originally they left the SLPP, but SLPP don't fail the people. I mean, home. As they talk so, Madam, you got the highest votes. They even be the MP with the current MP. But today, I don't tell them, say, I need to do something at that ground. Yes, the people them see, but who still wants to make a go at the SLPP? But to me, I say, no, not for me. If the man walk at the home, I swear to God, and I don't get it. If Madam, you attach to Shebema, if they make some township rules, then they can't get that quarry. If they make Nixon Memorial for to come back to proper one. If they make, and as my Kuma don't do the road from Kenema to inside Kailan. If he said take her from Kailan to Kwendu, and they take the one, they put the bridge in Manoa, they put bridge in Pendebujibla, they connect that road from Konoti and Shebema inside that road. I swear to God, and these are the votes for Madam. And the vote for, if I don't vote for, may God kill me. Because what I want to do for my people, if you self don't take and say I don't stop, it do it for my people, then why have a fetter? Why should you change a light bulb if the bulb not fuse it? So all I want for me, then, you know, I'm into politics not for myself, but for my people. You know, so to me, if they work, I vote for them. But if you don't work, with the challenger.
If you're not able to do all like where you don't itemize and now 5 items, then you don't put here. If you're able to do 3 of them items, then where you don't name, you go still come and vote for them and support them.
Out of that 6 I highlight, so if you do 4 set.
No.
If people that talk to what you want to do.
You highlight 5 at the right time. Out of that 5, if you do 3, you go support her, you go hold in hand and support her, match up with her.
If you do that one day, that 3 day, we change the people their life today in that country. I mean, I'm at home. I told they are watching people and at the time barrier say, this now they say them that don't do, now this you don't do. What you gonna say? If they say don't want to be vote for him, I swear to God they vote for him. Okay. I go tell my A.P.C say yes.
Ready you gear and ready you transport fear for go and hold that man in hand and do that.
No, make it one. Make it one. See, to me, I didn't into politics for help my people. I'm not into. I was not born. Not to party politics. I born with the ticket where I born with now is Sierra Leone, the birth certificate. And I wear a big now apply for join political party. Even though they opposition today, now not the party they give me. Even though the A.P.C, I was not a minister, I was not a deputy minister, I was just a chairman of the board. But then today, you go there, I was crowned as one of the best chairman. Because what you do, I don't go coerce anybody. I make sure say I supervise the small development with our company they do. I lived a liberal and humble life. Now I make way anti-corruption card. You know, you mean say, you know, if you call me as a witness or as a person of interest. Okay. That's how I always believe. Because they always believe away from 2007. And now you done them.
We have to go.
And now are they done them? Out of your money. They are so coming to the second one we're gonna ask.
Yes.
You have any last
second question?
You get any last question for we brother? Then we brother go say in final word because it's almost time and we really want.
So the other guy when they talk about the Samsumana issue.
Okay, go ahead.
We had no choice because Anes was so powerful at the party at that particular time. If anybody before say anything, to be honest, you know, if I don't squash you, but all don't go see. Instead of don't regret them, you know, see where you apologize to the party, you know, see where they also don't apologize to themselves. In instance, no signal and conscious that he did wrong to the man. So if the man don't decide to say he forgive, Samsumana say he forgive in a godly person, he come back to the party. Why me as another for strain for getting the approval? Therefore, just reinstate the man easily. But because they are scared, some are full of insecurity, they scare the man. And now if Samsumana don't reinstate them, A.P.C they lost about because they lost for now. A lot of factions then go left the party. Because they go feel say no more, this party no liberate today. This party they pan alala and badat. And anytime we that say, me a number 1 man, if they not open the box, reinstate that man, I swear to God, and is there another vote for A.P.C.
Then you see, Musa SLPP don't get 1 vote. Okay, brother Per, give us the last question.
What is the 1 vote set no more? I able to give a pass 60,000 votes. Easy one.
That's good. That's a good one.
Thank you very much. I'm a honorable Robin Faley.
Statement.
So that warning, I don't say, this is a warning. I don't get A.P.C. If you not open democratic space for make this constitution happen properly, if you don't make sure say they make a Libra for make the A.P.C more inclusive, so that it will make her attractive and admirable, they don't make her open and fair, and then play and you keep with Samsumana an issue, they don't open the space for make it come inside. Men say can't see that back. If you want, he wants. If he lost, he lost. If they play you mean to me, then they don't count for me. I resign from the A.P.C.
And if you resign, you feel say your resignation they take you.
If I resign, I will carry on and continue my professional and still develop my home and be an independent person. But if I'm other bill out of the 5 things where I talk say do have inside my home and my district, then people then say out of that 5, I don't do 3. We satisfy with the roadway, don't give we. We satisfy, don't give water. We are satisfied the next thing where I don't take good shape. There is startup Kaila road for Gokwelu. I swear to God I will vote for.
Okay, that's
thank you very much.
Let's round up.
Yeah, let me, Honorable, I appreciate you so much. I'm not saying you're not a politician, Honorable. Someday you hope for become president of Sierra Leone. Or what you don't ask President Bill for do. You actually look at the current economy where we country the run in just 3 years' time. Or what you expect from President Bill offer. You go able to do that one day in 3 years' time with the current economy, you are the intellectual income. let me come.
If you
You are an
focus
intellectual.
good, you go good one.
Sir?
If you focus good one, you go good one.
No, but Honorable, we don't have the resources. We don't
No,
have the
no, no.
money. It's not
If
just
you
about
focus
going and
good
dialogue.
one, if I'm Arab, and you run that country for 10 years, hard for himself. I swear
Perfect.
to God, it is
So
if I'm
in this
Arab,
time,
and you run that country for 10 years,
like God in
easy.
power. So in this time, now what I want to say, Honorable, you may
Yeah.
mention say you left at SFP because they be charged 50 million for
Yeah.
the aspirants
Yeah.
from other contest elections because they say party no get money.
Yeah.
But moreover, you get small difference with them for that registration process.
Yeah.
Well, it's the best on them two issue you make. You give up in political party where you be believing.
Yeah.
Now, you dey compare these two and the current saga or the current crisis where A.P.C then gets. The way how they treat themselves, they are a pattern of democracy with all the pitfalls where they outline. So I would expect say you almost don't hold the key for open the door for get into another political party.
So to me, I'm very satisfied the way I did to now. When I see I make a very quiet because I don't decide to put myself first. I don't tell the A.P.C say if they not open democratic space at the party, and then do another party for now. I did and focus on my job now, yeah, because they're not going to encourage me say, hey, we will make you minister. Because the work where they work, my salary now, minister says be pass it before you get that, pass with here again. So money not going to attract me. And so all they will do is now for develop the home, develop my home and develop the country. Waiting we want now out of many, we are one. I make a let Jamaica and flat. Waiting we want out of many, we are one. Don't forget about this bad dance. You know what I say? Because Berlin and SAPP, me and an enemy. Or Elizabeth being an another party, me and an enemy. No.
Yeah.
Out of many, we are one. Sierra Leone is a beautiful country, but politics now in the failed politicians that we're not tribalistic in that country. You know, now the failed politicians that you want for cover the gap and the deficits them and the mismanagement. Now they can go and use party politics, tribalism. Why they go Shebema? I don't need to talk to the people themselves because they know there's not a single corner where you know they see me footprints or my handwork there. So to me, when you're a good politician, when you go talk to the people about the legacies them, what you don't do, why they need for it. Like you picking, if you feel the picking good, you know mama or you know papa, as they left us workplace come, as they come and they step the picking and they come before you. But if you can't was picking at them, they don't even watch you, which
Okay.
means they are not happy. Mama say no, they can't hear you because the home is not happy. So it could they are not tribalism.
Mr.
Australia is
Faley.
not a tribalistic. We're not tribalistic because if you show myself, too many people that don't need it for over 40 years. You go
Thank
to
you.
many people that don't need
All
it for
right.
over
Thank
how
you
many
very
years?
much,
You're
Mr.
right.
Faley. We know say
Marry, you know, so, but now the failed politicians and now they keep preaching steady. So now shame on them. So that makes some of us not they succumb to that. That makes some of us they expose them. Anybody who they bring politics come from amicus or tribalism and anything, you are a failed politician.
And
You're
that's
not
what
a
A.P.C is doing
politician.
now.
You're not correct.
all right. That is very good. Sierra Leoneans then we tell una plenty thank you. If una just join we dey about for exits. If una been there with we appreciate una presence and una airtime then we una dey use follow una watch this all important interview. Mr. Robin Faley na been a member of the Sierra Leone People's Party. Himself don't explain in a detail. Later, he been get some reasons why he decide for left the party. Number one, he say he been get case where then talk say he registered small picking then for votes. Number two, he say because the party been asked for 50 million loans where people then forgive when like a year currently na $5,000 where people then forgive for make them able for register where the party been a crumble money not been there. And of course, if me house not get money, I the levy on the one that we want for can stand elections. So that's not been the reason where he decide for left. But he also can at the A.P.C party, we see the struggle where A.P.C they struggle right now. He don't accuse them of tribalism. He don't accuse them say they no want for do the right thing. He don't accuse them say then I could scarce people then. And we see where the chairman and leader where them been just endorsed talk say the party na munku politicians when self don't talk say in not to the munku na that make it not be attend the ratification of the constitution. So we tell Mr. Robin Faley plenty thank you way honor this interview even though we don't a little bit go behind above schedule. But you know, say a statesman and a politician, he want for sure say he respects the Sierra Leoneans then. And we Salo want for listen or Yeri you voice through a radio network or through an online network, it decide for honorance. So Mr. Faley, we tell you plenty thank you. Brother Pay, you get any of you last words with Sierra Leoneans there? Not to a question now. Before we round up, please. Then Robin Faley will give him final rounding up statements. Brother Pearl, unmute yourself, Brother Pearl, please. So Brother Pearl, they give in last words with Sierra Leoneans then wise. We dey wait for we brother now. Instead go give him final roundup, then we go exit the program.
My family, I tell you plenty thank you for listening or follow this program. I appreciate Honorable Robin Faley, a very objective man, and he knows what the Sierra Leone People's Party stand for. Now that he doesn't say A.P.C not ready for transform, there's still one for there with the old way of doing things. We're not progressive. And they appeal to Honorable Faley, and this is why I don't see say Marabio, President Bio don't try small for the last 3 years with this kind constraint where it gets to the economy. And all over the world with the COVID, but still they try to pay salaries, they increase skills and salary, they make sure for the 3 years, you don't put beginner school fees. The quality where Honorable they talk about, it takes time, it's a process. But President Bio, you give the money. We the people of Sierra Leone, we get for notion of money nowadays. Now we supposed to monitor with teachers. Now we supposed to make sure we begin and go to school. Now we make sure we stop examination malpractice. Not the President Biya will do. But for every single cent the President Biya they put for any event, for anything, for development of Sierra Leone. Now we the people of Sierra Leone, now we get them. And they ask for Honorable Faley make it continue. I mean for the talk to in people then, I may not understand. In no say SMP not to tribalistic party. We don't speak about tribe. We don't speak about tribe because the history of SMP it's clear that SMP was formed or fomented in the north. But even if you get political party, if you're not following, not a party at all. So the people of Southeast that follow the A.P.C, the SMP, they support the SMP because of their policies. What the SMP stand for. And we are no longer small boys. We don't see what the A.P.C done in our country. We don't see what in 11 years of Ernest Krumah don't do. And just 3 years of President Bio. With this kind of tough, difficult economy we'll get. Appreciate Honorable Faley. I mean, when you open up to it today and tell you what an A.P.C and tell you how the leadership of A.P.C stand, and I'm sure the Sierra Leone People's Party, they're ready for welcome you because they say, "Oh, my food, you never forget them." And SMP is home. SMP is home. They can listen to you. You have space now, Honorable Faley. People can listen to you more in the SMP. So, like all you big ideas, what you get one day, I hope so you will become president of Sierra Leone. But the only person that will make you achieve that. You get that dream that the Sierra Leone People's Party. Thank you very much, Honorable Faley.
Mende man say you know they left you mouth because it is smell. So the best.
If it is, Elizabeth, if it is not rotten, I make it more this smell popular.
All right.
Exactly.
So, Robin Faley, you go give you final message and word to.
I will just tell you thank you for the time on Agi. And I miss thank you for letting me busy schedule. Where you able to appeal to me for make a give at the time. I enjoy the discussion and I also be open and fair and when I give me for make I explain myself and the people them that's really on. And the majority of the Sierra Leone People's Party people they know say I serve the party very well. I was one of the biggest debaters for them. I give them crowd, I give them some Mobewa, you know, and I mean score the second highest vote in that particular election for her. You know, the only person who beats me at that time, I've been more Kuja because he had a bigger constituency. You know, so they know. I work on the A.P.C, the kind of crowd back where I bring come, the way where I bring come, not to just shake them, but Kaila district and all over, they see the weight. So what would they try for say is make A.P.C open up. And for the first time, Mina East Akomo, SMP said, no, one day get Eastern flag bearer. And also now A.P.C. So if A.P.C open up for the first time, they put Southeastern and win not trouble for SMPP. If they want it, they get locked with no mass. Something. And if I mass big money, I stand for this thing. But when some man account with wait, I don't see I'm seeing my brother, the commander of the Eastern region and wait, I didn't play the region at tickets yet. But if you wait, if you put them, it will win or no, then I'm going to sell them. I'm going to sell some man at Kailao past Samura. They're not Sabi Samura. But some Kumana, they're going to buy them because we do that. So to me, put politics in a market. Put post in a market, put market where they catch fire. Or put market where all people are not going to buy. So to me, now they can make the party open up to liberalism. May they open up to democratization. May they open up to fair play. May they open up to inclusiveness. And may we make sure say we not vote for who are the people they want. Let it be bye-bye to selection dictatorship and welcome democratic principles when an election. If we do that one day, then we'll have to see inside 1, 2, 3 months, A.P.C. they kick off back, it will sound like fire. So to me, I'm still A.P.C. But if they not open that game to democratic principles and they lock the game to some manner, bye-bye. I left and focus on my life and my job and my family and be an independent person. And matter if you walk inside your brain, I see I'm bing. Me people then tell me say, well, being the man, you don't try. I swear to God, I say, I did tell us when I pump and from. We'll get a second time.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you,
Well,
thank you,
it has
thank you.
been a very good time we get with Robin Faley. We don't see
Yeah.
say now in a liberalist. Ain't not a spoiler. You know, they just can't toe the line because it don't see say.
No, they ask for, they know they understand people like me.
Correct.
Me, I Libra man. Though.
So we
If you
tell
good,
you,
you good. If you not good, now so me, my man, I be teacher. They be teach me for be assertive. My papa, I be teacher. And they tell me go, but the own way for stand for yourself. From there, I go jala. Wait for stand before. If you not stand for yourself, you know, you know they eat fine. So I joined State School. I joined Future Shop.
all right.
So I've always been a politician.
All right,
From
Robin Faley.
I know university. I was a prefect or a deputy. So to me, politics not new to me. And I make a stand. I'm independent because I have my own resources.
Robin Faley, come back home. Your home is your home, and the home they are talking about is SLPP. So we want you to come back home.
Manene, I'm Robbie, manene.
All right, it was a nice time, Sierra Leoneans. I tell you, plenty. Thank you. We get for honor Robin Faley right now. They go sign up on in job. So
well, Elizabeth, sing low, okay, Bell, sing low. Manene, I'm Robbie, manene.
Okay, Robin Sailor we beg, and so we were on behalf of Unity Broadcasting. The gentleman we me into interview now with big Alejo, now one of the senior coordinators then where they get in World Naya. So instead don't join me and we 5 man committee, myself, Elizabeth Ina Iran Ede, Jakema and Rachel Honor with Pearl Chroma. We all don't join her now for tell you say we dey beg you because now Creole we dey talk. I don't want to use any other language now, but we dey beg you like you say. But I want to let you sing that song for with Sierra Leoneans then through your own dialect. Let them hear me say if all man join hand talk to you, you ready for can. So sing that song before we exit the song.
Manene, I'm Robbie, manene. I'm Robbie, manene. I'm Robbie, manene.
All right, Robin Faley.
I'm Robbie, manene.
Thank you, Sierra Leonean soldiers. So we go drop the curtain down on we show today, and we will come back on Tuesday. We get political history with Kutubu Kuruma. Thursday we get defeating the lies with Attila, and Saturday we get social media review, and Sunday today it gets a program like this where we start with big Alejo for interview. For sake of that,
thank you. Not for Debo, not for politics today, not to my amigos. You know, politics.
I did tell you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Honorable, I interviewed you in 2007.
It was well moderated. You know, it was fair. It was reasonable, and I think it was open. So I enjoyed it, and it was democratic. Thanks very much.
All right.
I have no regrets at all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, bye.
Okay, bye-bye.